The pinna is the outer earlobe. Auditory canal is the channel sounds waves to the eardrum. In the middle ear, the eardrum is a thin membrane that vibrates when a sound wave hits it. The vibrations are felt by the small ossicles bones, the hammer, anvil, and stirrup, and it's sent to the inner ear. Inside the inner ear, it's the cochlea, a collided, bony, fluid-filled tube in the inner ear through which sound waves trigger nerve impulses. Vibrating fluid in the cochlea moves hair cells in the basilar membrane, the inner lining of the cochlea. The auditory nerve sends neural impulses from the cochlea to the temporal lobe for processing. Your semicircular canals are three tiny fluid-filled tubes in your inner ear that help make ear balance. When your head moves around, the liquid inside the semicircular canals sloshes around and moves the tiny hairs that line each canal. The temporal lobe is involved in primary auditory perception, such as hearing, and holds the primary auditory cortex. The primary auditory cortex receives sensory information from the ears and secondary areas, processes the information to meaningful units such as speech. Thalamus is similar to a doctor that diagnoses or identifies the patient's disease or sickness. It diagnoses different sensory information that is being transmitted to the brain, including auditory related to hearing or sound, visual, tactile relating to touch, and gustatory relating to taste signals. The Eustachian tube, also known as the auditory tube or pagnothoracic tube, is a tube that links the nasopharynx to the middle ear. It is the part of animals. The auditory hair cells are located within the spinal organ of the chorda, on the thin basilar membrane in the cochlear of the inner ear. They derive their name from the tufts of stereocilia hair called bundles that protrude from the apical surface to the cell of the fluid-filled cochlear duct.